Well, thank you, Jim. Thank you. This is my first time ever being in front of an imaginary audience here at the House of Make Believe. Look at this wall here. What is this? This looks like one of those things that when you go to a hotel and they turn off the light and they put that wand over the... you know what I'm talking about, especially you. But I thank you, Jim, for the nice introduction. I'll probably cut it out of the video. It's my first time ever being in front of somebody, in front of an imaginary audience, and I want to thank the House of Make Believe for letting me come up here for 4 minutes. I normally don't do comedy routines, at least not on purpose, so I appreciate that they let me here. Since when it's a two drink minimum here? Since when did water cost $3? First, do you remember when it used to be free? Do you remember when water used to be free? I remember the first time they started charging for water. I thought, who in the hell's going to pay for water? I mean, Americans are so lazy. They're not even going to get out of their car to pump their own gas. Isn't that funny? They have a policy here that you're not allowed to have cameras or cell phones, but yet, but they let me put my camera up because I explained to them that it's going to be part of the infamous Todd show, a new direction I'm trying to work out. So post below if you think this is better than what we were doing before. I hope Darlene House isn't watching this thing. Did I get the gunk out of my eyes? The cramp I hear sprouting out of my nose? I don't mean to be a little bitch, sir, but do I have boogers? Do I have boogers in my nose? No, you don't have to stand up to look. Fucking disgusting pig. And I hate to see what's going to happen in the next 10 years. You'll be able to see dog hairs. Speaking of dog hairs, anybody here have dogs? Oh my gosh. Right now, I currently have my first dog of my adult life. I'm 57 years old, and for pretty much my whole adult life, I never really had any pets. Then I got a cat, and now I have a dog. But I want to talk about the dog first, because I remember Jaeger, when we first got Jaeger, he was already kind of fairly old when he came around, and I started dating Michael, and it was like a month later that I discovered he had a dog. And he would constantly, Michael would be at my house all the time. I'd be like, where's your dog? Where's your dog during all of this? And he's like, oh, his dog's at home. Oh, where's... Oh, sorry about that. Did I get some on you, sir? Oh, where's your dog? He's like, it's at home. I'm like, your dog's gonna have anxiety, separation anxiety. And so I forced him to start bringing his dog over to my house when he came over. And Jaeger hated him. Loved my cat. My cat hated him. But he loved my cat. Wanted to always lick her in the face. She has no nails. She can't hurt him too much. You know, well, back then, before Michael made her into a 400-pound cat, she was just a small. she was fairly small. And we would leave the house. This dog had so much separation anxiety every time Michael would leave. So we would leave the house, and he would start screaming like a banshee. Am I allowed to say banshee? Is that PC? I don't know. I don't want anybody yelling at my emails and meeting me outside because I use the word banshee. I don't know what words I can use with PC anymore. I don't even know if the word PC is PC. But back to the story. So Jaeger, he's starting to like me now. This is actually our 6th holiday together. This year he's on the Christmas bulb. He doesn't look like us. He doesn't look like the owner. Hey, sir. Hello. Do you have an animal? Yes. Yes. I hope it's not a dog. I hope if it's a dog and it looks like your dog must look ugly as shit. You put the damn phone down. Can't you see? They got signs all over. Look at the signs. Look at them. Put the phone down. I promise you, Trump's not calling you. She's just not into you anymore. Put the phone down. Yes, okay. Now, jokingly, people can't see the camera. He is so sweet. I'm just joking, people. Yes, put the phone down. He's not really ugly. The guy's not really ugly. See, you guys can't see it on the camera. It's a really hot guy. It's a really hot guy. If my dog looked like this guy, I'd fuck it. He's so pretty. I'd expect Paris Hilton to be carrying him around inside her purse. Oh my gosh. Well, Jaeger's having a problem. He's he's having problems. He's got like sores going on. He's allergic to something. So the vet, we paid like $1,000 now to have the vet keep telling us it's in his food. It's in his food. Maybe it's the snacks. We keep changing his food and changing his snacks. And these sores keep coming back. They're disgusting. And then so every time we turn around, we're blaming it on. So we blamed it on the pine tree outside. Maybe it's chemicals in the grass. We were looking around trying to figure out. The latest thing that we're blaming is the mouthwash. Maybe it's the mouthwash that's making him break out. And we spent like $1,000 on this, and it's got to be something somewhere, you know. I look around every time he poops. I remember the first time Michael brought him over where he got to spend the night without Mike. Well, Michael spent the night, but then Michael went to work the next day. I said, "Oh, leave Jaeger here." About 2 hours later, I was sending a picture of Jaeger's poop to Michael. Because I'm like, "Oh my God, how the hell does dash out? This turd this long. I mean, this dog. I've never seen such a big poop in my life." I look out my window and I can see him. I see him off into the distance, like watching their dog. "Yeah, I'm watching you. Is more? You have some more in it? Yeah, I got some more poop. Okay, some more poop. Yeah, look at me, looking at you, pooping." When did that become has that always been a thing? Do people always sit there and watch the dog crap? What does he think? What does he think when you're watching it? What does he think when you're picking it up and putting it in the bag? Does he think you're gonna eat it? Oh my gosh, even our kitchen is named after the dog. This dog can't get near, if anybody goes near this kitchen, if anybody goes near the oven, the stove, the fridge, the cupboards, there he is, 3 seconds later. Poof! At your feet, begging like a leprechaun. Oh, there I go. Is leprechaun okay? I'm starting to sound like an Irish racist up here. Between the banshee and the leprechauns. I hope I don't go home and Google this and find out that I'm being this terrible person. See, what it is millennials have me stumbling over the words every time I turn around. Just when I thought I was gay, it's G-A-Y. Just when I thought I was gay, I know you're surprised. I know you're saying I could have never guessed this guy was gay. Just when I thought I was gay, the Generation X people told me no, I was bisexual. You know, because I've been married 3 times. The millennials became offended, and they let me know that the proper term, to be more specific, is pansexual. Well, I can't wait to the next generation. I think they're called Zs. Generation Z. They're called Generation Z. Isn't that kind of like the end of the generations? Are we like some Aztec thing? We now ran out of the calendar and the world's now going to end? Perhaps maybe that's the sign of the apocalypse. Watching the politics, the final collapse of religious values, the denial of climate change. That means like 14 more years until the end of the world. And just as long as they're not calling me a straight white man. Because if anybody is struggling right now across this country, is straight white men. They're just having a rough time. I know if I come back, I'm going to come back like somebody that adores their dog. Somebody like Jaeger. Well, let me think about this. I may want to come back as a cat. At least I'm allowed to poop in the house if I'm a cat. It's raining, it's too hot, it's freezing. Our damn dog keeps trying to eat the cat's poop. Perhaps, ladies and gentlemen, that's why it's breaking out. I've been Todd. I hope that you'll find me on the internet, on YouTube, at the infamous Todd Show. Bye. Thanks, Jim. What do you mean your name's not Jim? What? What's your name? Frank. No. It's Jim Ferris. All my stories eventually lead to the name Jim Ferris. I'll talk to you. Where the hell's my second train?